All right, in this section, we're going to talk about an anime that I've wanted to see for a very long time, and I finally got around to it. It's called Expelled from Paradise.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the name, familiar with the imagery. I think I saw this thing on when we either had Netflix or Hulu or maybe
Mhm.
both in the anime section. Um, I think because of the way they had it marketed with the
Yeah.
girl facing you and most of her chest facing you.
Well, I know there's also marketing images because there's a mech that she gets into, and the camera angle's just like from behind. But that's also one of the marketing images.
I'm not even sure I understood that it was a mech thing. I might have actually tried it if I did.
Yeah.
I think when I saw the picture with the girl and the expelled from paradise, I was thinking this is some weird fairy thing or something. So
Well,
I never really parked on it to try to figure out what it was, unfortunately.
all I knew about it was the image that's up here, essentially. I knew that there was a female character and she was in like a plug suit looking thing. And we've discussed Evangelion, and I was a fan from Evangelion in the 90s, so I have an affinity for that like aesthetic.
If
Let's
I'd
do
seen
that.
that, if I'd seen that, I would have watched it.
Yeah, and then
Uh,
there's a mech, and it looks like a big sphere, and that's exactly what it is. It's a sphere that like comes apart, and then it's a mech.
they they're somewhere back here in my thing. I picked up these things in Tokyo, and it's a line of toys they do of all the Godzilla monsters that roll up into like a
Like a
ball,
sphere. Okay, cool.
and then they like it's almost like a little mini transformer
Yeah.
that opens back up to the like a robotic version of the kaiju.
What
So
one of
um,
the toys I had growing up was a little golden nugget, and it was like a transformer. Like its little arm, like it would pop. The sides would pop out, and the bottoms would pop down, and it'd be like little feet and arms and
all right, you telling me
little
about
head.
it? Did you ever find it again? You don't.
No,
Okay,
no.
I
But
can't remember.
apparently it was like a not transformer, but like a geode former. It was like a knockoff, and they have all sorts of them. And I remember growing up thinking that I I ruined it with like Cheeto dust because in my mind I got Cheeto dust all over it and I couldn't get it off. But what it was is the gold paint rubbed off, and so
So
it had that like an orange look to it. But anyways,
you just ate a little paint, a little lead paint when you were a kid.
I probably did. It was tasty. But with Expelled from Paradise, yeah, definitely the look of the mech. And what are their mechs called? Let's see.
Was it a diva?
The Diva
No, that's
is
the
the
space
world
station.
that they lived in.
Okay, I
Yeah,
gotcha. I remember seeing that name.
yeah. Now, unfortunately, the mech, the Auran, Arhan,
Okay.
Auran, um, they're they are kind of like in the climax of it because in the very beginning when she gets to Earth, uh, the Dingo, the male character, uh, because he doesn't want her and him to be tracked, he destroys like the satellite uplink. And because the Auron can't connect to Diva, where Angela's from, I think that's her name, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Angela Balzac.
Angela Balzac. And every time, dude, every time they say her name, Angela Balzac, 12-year-old me, I was amused by that. Balzac.
It's a French thing. And is he a writer or a painter? I can't remember which one. But there's a not important, but there's a somebody French Balzac that did something.
Honoré de Balzac, French novelist and playwright.
Yeah, okay, he was French, so I mean he probably surrendered.
Yeah. So I knew nothing about this series. It was because when I first started really getting it, really wanting to watch it, I saw the images and I looked up like just like what it was about, and I liked the fact that it took place on Earth and the Earth was kind of dilapidated. You have the post-apocalyptic Earth kind of thing mixed with futuristic Earth. That's always fun. And I couldn't find to watch it anywhere. It was at one point, like you said, on Netflix. I think it was probably on Amazon at one point. Right now, I think it's available on Netflix ad-supported tier.
Oh,
I
okay,
think, but where you can watch it completely free is Daily Motion.
okay.
That's like I want to say it was like pre-YouTube. YouTube. It's a video site,
Mm.
and it's ad supported, so you can watch it, and there's just ads throughout it. It's great. I mean, it's only like 480p, but you know, whatever. As long as you're not a stickler for that.
Yeah,
If you want to buy the DVD or Blu-ray, you're going to pay out the nose. They did like one run, and that's it. And it's one of those things where if you want to buy like the German version, you can. It's like $30, no problem. But it's in German, so I don't speak German.
I know a guy.
Right? Hey, If he has it, I want it
Oh.
because this I quite enjoyed this.
I've got my connections to my knockoffs at this point. It's like if you're not going to produce the things that we want, then
Yeah.
we'll find ways to get it.
Well, I actually messaged the production company for Expelled from Paradise and said, "Hey, can you guys please just do another print of the original film?" And I'll go ahead and talk about this before we talk about the little bit of the plot I'm going to talk about. The reason I really was like, I need to see this is this November they're coming out with a sequel.
Oh.
I'm like, well, I'm not going to watch the sequel if I don't watch the first one.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, well, I'm going to find a way to do this.
Like that'd be the perfect time to re-release the first one.
You'd think, yeah, do it now.
If you want your second one to make money.
Now, apparently in Japan, they're doing this thing where, because it's like an hour and 45 minutes, and they're doing this thing where they've cut it up into episodes, and they're like live streaming. They're not actually releasing, they're live streaming an episode like once a month for the next few months.
Huh.
But it's in Japanese, so whatever. That doesn't help me any.
Yeah.
And apparently, when I was just looking this up to see when it's called Expelled from Paradise Resonance of the Heart, when that comes out in November 13th, 2026. I didn't know this. Apparently there's a video game adaptation coming out for the Nintendo Switch coming out this winter called Expelled from Paradise, The Stellar Angel. So when I first started this, like the first 5 minutes of this disappointed me. The reason being is it starts up and you're told they're in a virtual world. Like, oh man, virtual worlds are fine, like Sword Art Online and Dot Hack and stuff like that. They're fine.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the isekai thing. They're kind of played out. I'm kind of done with the whole virtual world thing. But then what it is you learn that humanity is living in this space station called Diva. And it's like almost a data bank. It's just a big computer. And humans have uploaded their consciousness to it.
Okay.
So humans are essentially in this world are like programs. And it starts off with this hacker infiltrating the virtual world and inviting everyone in this world like, hey, I'm going to go explore the cosmos. Come with me. And so Angela Balzac gets sent down to Earth to find this hacker and put a stop to him.
Okay.
And when she gets down to Earth, she meets Dingo, and go ahead.
Is there anybody on Earth that's an actual being, or are they all just still in storage?
Everyone on Earth are humans.
Okay, I got you.
It's only the people that are in Diva that are in their digital form.
I got you.
And so there's a little bit of like existential questioning of like, what is a human? What makes a human?
We're going to talk about that a little bit more in Ghost in the Shell.
Which that was one of the things I found interesting when I was watching. I was like, hey, these themes kind of go along with what we're going to talk about.
And everything that's happened in the last year, 2 years.
Yeah. But like one of the things that is interesting when they're talking about what makes a human and what you value as a human, because when we're talking about our humanity here at this point in our life or in history, a lot of it has to do with our physical bodies. Like, when is a person physically a person? But like they completely just take that away. They're like the body means nothing, and it's all about like who you are, like who your spirit is. I think it adds
It's probably a very Shinto thing.
It might be, yeah. But when they get to the planet, it reminds me a lot of the anime Trigun, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah. Like
stylistically, maybe even a little bit of.
One of those things I've wanted to catch up on too, because there's an old one, and then there's just recently been a new series. Right?
It's a remake, yeah. So it's not like an extension or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a reimagining of Trigun.
I got you.
Yeah. I really like I like pretty much everything about this series. The main character, Angela Balzac, is almost like the archetype of Asuka from Evangelion.
Mm-hmm.
She's cocksure. She thinks her poop don't stink. She's the cat's walk. She knows everything. She can't be told anything. But Dingo is the one that's world traveled. He kind of knows how the world works. He's street smarts. And for a good portion of it, Angela Balzac's almost like not even needed, but she's there to act as the audience proxy. And Dingo is explaining the world to her. And well, this is how these things work. This is how This is how people operate. This is how these industries stay in business here on Earth. And he's explaining it to her, but he's really explaining it to us.
Yeah.
That's like a good half of the film when you're just kind of listening to him explain what the world is. And when they're going after this hacker, and the hacker's name is Frontier Setter. And Frontier Setter, I'm going to spoil this. That's fine. I try not to go too many spoilers, but this will be a spoiler. You learn that Frontier Setter is an AI, and so then there's also that's also a part of it. Is like, well, she being a human who's disembodied, and all her body is a clone. Like when they need to come down and do missions on Earth, they just clone a new body.
Okay.
And at one point, she like uploads her to send her report back home. She uploads her consciousness back to Diva, and she tells Dingo, if my mission isn't done, I'll come back and we'll have to do more. But if my mission's done, then my body's biological function will cease, and just burn it or whatever, or bury it, whatever. I don't care, because if she needs another body, they'll just clone another body. Interesting concept.
Very,
but
Matrixy ish.
Yeah.
Not quite, not the same.
Yeah, they touch like a lot of this media really kind of touches on the same kind of concepts.
Yeah.
Frontier Setter as an AI makes her kind of question like, well, what's different between the humans that are in Diva and this AI, because this AI seems to be conscious.
Yeah.
And one of the things, and this was made in 2014, before all of our AI things, before all the AI that has come out, and we've seen AI make art, we've seen AI make music. It's just doing a lot of the creative stuff we thought only humans can do. Yeah, no, they can do it too. Dingo plays a guitar, and he sings in the anime, and Angela's really intrigued by this. Like, well, why even do this? And he's like, well, when you sing, you can hear it in your bones. And she's like, what do you mean hear it in your bones? That makes no sense. And when they meet Frontier Setter, at one point he's singing, because they're like waiting for something, and he's singing, and Frontier Setter takes the song, because he knows the song, he knows all of human history. He knows the song and like redoes it and like makes his own version. And Dingo's really impressed with this. And at one point they're like jamming together, which is something I'm not sure if people have done with AI yet.
Yeah.
They've jammed with AI.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
I think they've even like had some songs released that are completely AI.
Well, I've seen that, but I'd like to see AI like with a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think with some of the ones, the chat things and stuff, I think you can actually do that with music and stuff. I play 0 musical instruments, and I have the singing voice of a moose that got shot. So,
have you played with any musical stuff that AI can produce?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I watch a lot of things where people, like one of the shows I watch in the morning, there's a lot of people that make little AI videos with some of the people that are on it and make it look like they're singing stuff or make songs about them. And I think they're literally doing that in just minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just, to me, it's kind of mind blowing that, if you wanted to actually write a song, put the tune to it and all that stuff, you'd spend a couple days, maybe a week trying to get it right. And now you just go to the AI and it's like, make me a song about Randy going to the store and, coming back home, and you can put in whatever parameter you want to. And then 30 seconds later, they've got a song that actually almost kind of makes sense, almost kind of rhymes. Sometimes they kind of misfire on that, but.
Well, when we first started doing this, one of the things we had to do was we had to find a song.
Yeah.
And so I spent a good deal of time in the music production AI studios trying to, and all the stuff I could access that was free, because I'm like, I ain't paying for this. But no one produced anything that I felt was hitting the spot just right. And the music that we use is by Danijel Zambo. And as far as I know, Danijel Zambo he could just do AI stuff.
Yeah.
For all I know.
He might be an AI for all you know.
For all I know. But the music that we use is a Saloon, which is great. There at one point we might get an AI song that we like better, and At that
You
point, we'll use
I've
that.
shown
But
you the Kipnis, right?
the what?
The Kipnis, the guy that takes like a
Yes,
dog
yes.
barking.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
I've actually got one of the little boards like he uses
Mm-hmm.
to mix stuff on. I don't think
What are
I
those
have.
called? Soundboards? Is that what this is called?
It's like
Beat,
a
like a beat board?
no, it's like a little mini piano, but it's got like
Oh, okay.
drums and it can loop stuff and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I have not fooled with it at all because I'm not sure my computer will support it.
Right.
But yeah, maybe down the road we might actually just make our own music.
There you go. But yeah, I recommend it. I think it's great. This image I've got here is of them in their little buggy going across the desert with the mech in tow. That's it really embodies the feeling of the anime. It's definitely a feel good anime. Makes you think a little bit about what it actually means to be human.
Outside of the obvious with the outfit,
With the fan service,
how bad is the fan service?
There's very little fan service in it. I think it was probably one of those things where like, well, we got to get a couple of shots so we can put it in the advertisements, that kind of thing.
Sells the anime, I guess.
Yeah, there is like when it first starts, and because you find out that she's when you find out that they're in a virtual world, you find out that she's some sort of like system admin, like a security officer, and then she's like, well, I've got to go like chase after this hacker, and it goes into like a virtual world where it's like when you think of cyberspace from like the 90s, it was like that.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a game called Rez. Have I ever told you about Rez?
I don't think so.
Rez is one of those games that I loved it when it came out. It came out on the PlayStation 2. It's come out a bunch of other times. I've played it all the time. I've played it every time it's come out. It came out in VR. Fantastic. It's all wireframe, and it's like and the idea in Rez is you're trying to penetrate into a mainframe that has been taken over by a virus. So you're trying to kill the virus and release the CPU. That's essentially what you're doing. You're an antivirus. Yeah. That's
okay.
it. And for a very short sequence, after you find out that they're in a digital world, she goes into a sequence, and when she goes into that sequence, she's like naked. And so when she's flying through cyberspace, she's naked. That's pretty much it. And then the rest of the time, she's in this plug suit looking thing.
Yeah.
But even a lot of times with anime, they'll take the opportunity to insert fan service. And I didn't feel like they did that very much in this.
That's kind of what I was asking.
Yeah.
I mean that's obvious.
Yeah.
Accepted that that's the way most anime is. Mm-hmm. When you go to the next level of the people falling into things and talking
the
about
word I
grabbing
use
them
for
all the
that,
time.
Yeah, the oops I fell on you. That I call that ecchi anime.
Yeah.
I'm
not a fan of that stuff. That's just
I wouldn't include this in that. This I would say this has overall. I would say this has less fan service than like Evangelion did.
This really, if you're going to go see a movie and Scarlett Johansson's in it or whatever, it's no different than that.
Yeah.
You're half the people there oogling
Mm-hmm.
her. Yeah. This is just some creation that somebody drew. So
yeah. But yeah, it's
I definitely want to track it down. Like I saw it before.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow or another between me trying to not look at things I didn't want to look at.
Right.
I missed the fact that it was like a mecha.
Yeah.
So I will I'll look for it to pop up on something or mac off you after you buy it or something.
If I can find it, I'd definitely purchase it. I would love to put money towards supporting this franchise. Hopefully they come out with another production of it.
Yeah, if they get a theater release, I can try to catch this first thing at some point.
That would be cool.
If
they did it, that would probably be the best bet for them if they do a theatrical release. Premiere. Okay, it's saying it's premiering in Japanese cinema November 13th.
Okay.
So we don't know if it'll come to our cinema, but that would make the most sense is do a release of the original, then release.
It's a good time because that's where we don't ever have anything in the theaters.
Yeah.
So it'd be a good time for a Fathom thing. Wish they wouldn't do it as a Fathom event because they'll charge you more for that ticket than a regular ticket. But...
Oh yeah. Yeah, it does. It says an official English release is confirmed, but it doesn't say whether or not it's for the theater, which is whatever.
It might just be.
We'll find out. Yep.
Might just be a Crunchyroll.
Yeah. We'll get it in your hands before it comes out in November because I'm sure in December. I'll probably don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for Expel from Paradise. We're going to next talk about
Come back to Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence.
Talk about more existential crisis about what it means to be human.
And AI.
And AI.
It's trying to kill us all.
Not yet, but it will.